Hello there and welcome to episode 25 of the Seablock. Today it's finally a comeback day to my good old island factory, and as you see here, I'm plugging in new technologies. We're activating the power plant number 3 in a few minutes, and I decided to record the plugging in process of the new power plant, because I felt like it's a good moment to talk a little bit about what has going on, what will go on, and yeah, these things. I just realized that my plan had a hole, so we have to relay that. So if in case you were wondering, there has been a larger update to Factorio, which made the Seablock mod incompatible with the beta branch that I'm playing with. I mean, sure, I could have just downgraded my game and everything, but well, I decided to stick with the version I have because there are so many different things connected to that, and there are save games connected to that. I talked a little bit with my community, and some really smart people came up with the idea that I just should use several directories for the game, and basically a new game directory for each playthrough. And I came to the conclusion that this would have been a very smart idea if I just had that from the start. So what the heck? No, everything's right. Just thought that this one was not producing at all. It looked like the belt was too short. So there's really not too much to prepare today. I got killed by some worm and I liked it. Not really, but this emptied my inventory, and this time I didn't mind, because my inventory was so crammed full with stuff I didn't use ever. So yeah, future plans. Once we have plugged in this new beauty, we're going to have this generator complex online, and then, my friends, we're going to be producing new metals. That's what's on my mind here today. I want to produce new metals. To produce new metals, we're going to need new substances to extract metals from, because with the slag we're operating right now, there's nothing more to do with the technologies I'm running right now. We're going to need new technologies, and we're going to produce slag slurry, as many of you who are playing this mod longer than I did already knew. And for the slag slurry production, the main difference there is that we're going to have to use a filtering system the first time. So basically we do something similar like with the mineralized water, where we just toss crushed stones like crazy into the water and make it mineralized this way. Wait a sec, I just forgot about half the array here. The slag slurry, though, has one severe difference there. You need to insert charcoal filters to get the system, to keep the system running. And the most fun part about this, the system will even toss out used empty filters. So we are facing a complete new production cycle we have to set up, complete with everything we need to produce the filters to begin with. And yeah, it's a pretty big production chain. I already looked it up, but we're needing the new ores we're producing by that. Let's give you an example while we're walking. To create tin ingots and lead ingots, because these are basically the key technology, the key resources behind green science, because we're going to need tin plates for the Atmos instrumentations, and you see the microcircuits get made out of micro wafers, and these are made out of lead plates. So we're needing those new materials. And that's where we're headed next, after I have finally managed to produce triple the amount of energy I'm producing right now. I will keep this monstrosity I have here with the on the first power generator array. I'm not completely sure how long I will keep it like that, because if I dismantle these 90 LJ farms, I'm pretty positive about having no problems at all to set up the same structures I have down here and have space left. So yeah, but that's something I want to do some other moment when I have this third array running, because then I can just switch off the third one and replace the components while the factory won't run out of power, and that's a great thing. Okay, so we're now only needing the carbon dioxide on the last LJ farms. So I'm going to do something like this. Maybe we're more like that. All right. There we go. That's good. So there's a lot of work behind every single generator array in this mod kit. And I started recording also because I had that urge to keep talking while building this whole area. And yeah, we're almost there. The only thing lacking now are the flare stacks to get rid of that stuff. And then it's only a matter of a few inserters, and then we can power up the whole thing. Oh yeah, we're going to need a few belts, sure. And those worms are hating me so hard, but at the same time, it's pretty hard to get rid of them here, due to their density, you know. This guy's still alive, is he? No. So I decided a while ago to take them down one by one, because I felt like this would be the easiest way to deal with this problem. So heal up and kill another one, basically. Alright. So we are now at this point. And I'm going to need some pipe to ground. Let's hope we're going to have enough space to do this. But yeah, I'm pretty positive. So maybe something like this, just to make sure that I can connect the other guys with it. Okay, so let's do the regular pipe works. You already know the drill. I'm producing enough copper pipe to ground thingies that my tremendous reserve of copper plates is already dwindling. Every single of these operations eats up so many copper plates. It's amazing. I just realized a problem of my design here. So we're going to take this one a little bit differently to make it work. Okay. Just have to change it a little bit, but it shouldn't be a real problem here. Those worms sure make some nasty noises here. Okay. Going to wait until they have ceased the fire, and then run! Dang it, it's so close every time. Okay. Let's I mean, that's pipe laying with some entertainment factor. That's the least. It's at least a thing, you know. But I really don't manage to produce enough ammo to autofill the turrets. And honestly, without autofill turrets, it's pretty hard to beat those buggers. So we're going to do something like this. This should be working if I'm not completely wrong here. Okay. So the inserter Fiesta here is already done. Let's get back to this inserter Fiesta. So we have here 3 on every machine on the inputs and 2 on every machine on the outputs. It's really a big relief when you just have a pattern to copy from. So the biggest challenge I personally see on the Slag Slurry project is I'm going to need a direct access on iron plates to do that, and I'm just not sure how the hell I'm supposed to do that, because leading iron plates into my main factory systems is not that easy at all. So that's right now something I'm breaking my noggin about. And wow, I have almost 100 inserters on me, and it's like, you think you have inserters on you? No, boy, you need a few more. It's not even half the amount. Okay. But we're getting there. This factory is growing bigger and bigger, honestly. There we go. Let's pick up some more belt as well. Inserter, underground belts. I don't need any splitters though. Okay. But pipe to ground. Yeah, sure. Can use a few of those. Alright. I don't want to research more technologies right now. And oh, I need a few units of fuel for my smelteries. So another thing I really want to think about in the future. Wait a sec, what's happening here? Is the modernization of my factory complex. So why is this not working out as intended anymore? So these guys are having so this shouldn't be happening. If everything was correct, this shouldn't be happening. So what's not correct here? Here, these are not working. But, well, no, that's not important at all, because this is not part of my array yet. So that was just some building mistake. Nevertheless, what's going wrong with this array here? Why is there a problem with the production? So It would seem to me, yeah, here we have the problem. Not using the complete belt there seems to be quite a problem for the facility, so we're going to balance that one out. And lead it back to the array. So let's see. This way the wood pellets shouldn't be backing up like this, because the problem was that this factory here stopped its work completely, and probably I want to do a proper balancer here as well. Back when I did that, I had no clue how to do that. So here we go. Okay, so you see there keep being little things distracting me from my work, but this is very important as a matter of fact. So let's see. Now the production should be increasing now again. So there's nothing backing up here too much anymore. We have quite a similar problem here with the backing up of the things there. So somebody told me that there is a combination to, yeah. So with Shift N I can. All right. So we're just configuring every second outputter like this. So with Shift N you can change that behavior. Okay, that would have been the easier way to do it there. Well, okay, whatever. At least now I know how to do it. You can also copy that. So with a shift right click and then a shift left click on the inserters who you want to work like this. Okay, we have to do this. This is very, very important as a matter of fact. So next up are inputters on this. Just a handful of inserters. Just a selected few. And then we have the outputs. And then we have the wood packages, where we use 3 of them again. And the wood packages get output by 1 red one, wherever that might be the case. I'm not debating here. And I'm again out of inserters. Amazing. Well, luckily I mass-produced that stuff already, and this way we're optimizing the factory a little bit more. I didn't expect to need this long before plugging in the factory, but well, let's see. I'm really a little bit concerned. I mean, did they do they use more energy than before? Was there any balancing change? I don't know. So if I let this run, yeah, so 9 units of charcoal should be enough. And are these running on charcoal or not? Are these producing 9 charcoal or not? So, as a matter of fact, they should be producing 10. So, there's probably an output problem here as well, but I mean, we can change that. Oh, I see. So, going to put every second like this. Alright. Probably gonna help. But overall, no. It just seems like this array is not getting its production through. Which is, well, I now can only look if the inserters are. So, here's the problem. These baddies can output, could output quicker. Alright, so... Well, how would I do that? That's a little bit more complicated this time, because I use that stuff to power them as well. So here we see the problem in my design, basically. So the only idea I would have is to well, that wouldn't work either. Can I use fast inserters? I think the solution are fast inserters. But I don't have the electronic circuits to do that. Damn. That's... So here we have the problem. I'll need some way to feed the stone furnaces with power, but at the same time, now that my power array is working on a full charge, I noticed that my outputting power is not quick enough. So how could I feed those beasties now with fuel? Because if I just turn this around, everything is nice. Then we have the problem solved immediately. And everything is just fine. So the question will remain, how would I feed my furnaces then? That's more difficult. I mean, if I could drop something like this, I mean this, but I need, no, that's also not working because I need both of the tiles in front of the belt. So how am I supposed to do that? I mean, I could do something like this, or they could support each other. I don't know. Would that be possibly a way? So this one is really baffling me a little bit, but for now, I'm going to just hand feed them a little bit. But this is something I really need a solution for. I mean, obviously the blue inserters would be the easiest solution, but I'm not getting that stuff too quickly, too easily. So yeah. But at least the power plant is now working again as intended. So, I mean, I could just change the arrangement, how the inserters are, how the furnaces are standing, and create a daisy chain complex between each other where they start to feed each other with coal. But I don't know if that's going to be enough. That's the problem there. I mean, the whole system is built to be able to sustain itself. So possibly they are able to do that, but I don't know yet. So there are always these little problems that only show up when you dive deep enough into the building problem, and I'm already pretty happy that I did not wait with the recording here, because I feel like these are quite interesting things to see. Like the problems you could run into. So here we have a similar problem. These guys are not outputting enough. So I can't really research anything to alleviate that problem either. So the only solution I'm seeing so far is to just accept it and hand feed them with fuel. Or they just use the wood blocks, but I can't imagine that this is that this would work out. So, well, we now realize what we have to do. I mean, that's at least something, isn't it? So I'm going to put that into an underground belt here, just to make sure we're not interfering with the other products. And now I just need to let it run across and shoot a few worms again. So shooting those guys is really annoying. But it got easier now that there are fewer worms here. It definitely got easier due to the fewer worms. Alright. There we go. Finally, power plant number 3. So it just dawned on me that I'm really needing some access to the green science to produce the electronic circuits as quick as possible, because it feels just very, very bad to have a problem like this with the inserters there, because it feels so primitive, you know. It feels like such a damn primitive problem, which is only the result of low tech and well, I'll need a few iron plates for that. But well, that's just how it goes, you know. But here, the system is now working again. Awesome, isn't it? Problem I'm seeing is mainly that there's no room to put up more inserters to feed those furnaces there. If I just had the room to create the furnaces there, it would be awesome, but I don't have. And also, I don't have fuel here. Oh my goodness. Little problems everywhere. Oh man. Alright, let's head back to the first power plant. So, I got asked if I didn't think about centralizing my products a little bit, and I really start considering this more and more, because it really starts to become a problem there. I think the easiest way to solve my problem with the furnaces would be really to get them a different positioning. So there we go. So if I would arrange them differently, it would solve my problem, I think. So we're going to need another... Oh, I want to pick up the inserters while I'm here. There we go. So I'm suffering the general lack of iron plates I'm used to. But it's not like I'm having not enough ore. Not at all. The ore is no longer a problem. Which is really relieving to me. Because this means I'm past some very, very early game problems there. Okay, let's grab some more charcoal while we're at it. And there goes the water. Zoop. Well, let's rather do it like this. Alrighty. just need a few more. Power poles. I need way more wood blocks, so I should probably grab a few. There we go. There's such a surplus of these things right now, so I don't mind at all. All right. So let's get at this problem a little bit differently here. So looks like I'm not hitting the slurry level today, but it doesn't matter. We're having another episode before us. Alright, so we need 7 furnaces to do this, and every furnace will now stand single. We're also going to expand the land a little bit here, because I think if I do it like this, the problem is already no problem anymore. So we're going to have this same situation as before. There's no change to that, but a little change. And that's this bad boy. He's picking up from here and dropping there. So yeah. This is going to solve the whole problem, because these bad boys will just pick up the charcoal the furnaces will need to sustain themselves, and that's that. And this kind of setup will solve the problem on the other side as well, because with the 90-degree turn, I can just deliver. Okay, I think it is time to put in the plug. We're there. Alright, nice. No, we're not there. I forgot something very, very vital. So, these guys down here use all at least 3 inserters. Alright. So, more inserters! Who would have thought about that? That we're going to need even more inserters. So the sheer amount of building parts is staggering again, so... Well, there's been another complete episode with generator building again, and the funniest part about that is I already cut out an hour of the work procedure beforehand. Oh well. But I feel like we really had some documentary value on that, and this is just leading towards our next chapter. So, yeah, sure, I can't pick up any inserters because I'm not producing them here anymore. Ugh. Alright. Just handcrafting. Good old handcrafting. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just going to let that third generator array run forever and ignore it, because upgrading these things is a real pain. I understand now better why some people recommended to me the use of nanobots, the nanobots mod, because it really solves a lot of problems for you. Well, let's there we go. Because with the robots, I could just plop down some building plans, and that would be it, you know. and my nanobots would do the rest. Sure, you have to craft the nanobots. They are having some material cost component. Yeah, but at the same time, they're just a very, very early access to construction robots. Which I didn't feel like using. Alright, now let's plug it in and see what's missing here. Oh my god. It's one of those things where I need to use underground belts to give power to everybody. So this is bad. This is a bad positioning here, because I can't really power them up as I need to. So what to do here to change that? That's all. Oops. So yeah, of course, because the mineralized water compound is not working. So these guys, what am I going to do with them? Well, we could set up something like this. And I could set up something like that. Is this enough? Alright, okay. So, yeah, as you can see, it's small power poles. They are a gift from the heavens. Not the least little bit complicated. No, no. Everything's super easy with those guys. So, there we go. There's a similar concept to this. So how did I do it there? There. Alright. Ah, they have no water input. That's why there's nothing happening here. I knew I forgot something. But for now, I'm just going to plug in the power here. And then we're going to connect the water. Then I'm going to set up the new furnace configuration I discovered on the other side of the array. And, wow. I just hope I didn't do any too big mistakes here. Oh, I'm out of poles again. But there's still a lot of things to connect. Damn. Oh, that's even dense enough to require some underground belt action here. Oh, there's a similar problem to this. But luckily we can help ourselves here like that. And we're almost done. only need to connect the electrolyzers with water now, and then we're good to go. There's the water. Oh, I need to configure these guys too. Okay. One of the biggest problems here is the crammed up situation in general. So I can't go over there. Oh man, what a bummer. Okay. Then I'm going to let this run around here. They're not going to stop me with those little tricks here. So, I'm going to do that somewhere else. Here's everything so narrow and complicated in here, man. So we're going to do something like that. I just realized that giving the other machines water can be achieved a lot easier by leading it back down here. I just need to replace most of my power poles, but that's the least of my problems there. Okay, let's give the water. All right. Just repower up. Now everything here is working out just fine. We're producing the mineralized water, I hope, at least. Some mistake here made the slack back up. And the amount of worms got really lower. Hey, I can almost fight them normally. Nice. Alright, so now I'll need some more of those. At least there's no nightmare with the LJ production here. Okay, that's working out. So, as a matter of fact, not really. I would be almost able to feed those guys manually. Alright, let's see how things work out here. Now these guys are outputting, and the machinery starts to run. Okay, friends, this is a already pretty long episode. I'm going to cut it here. We're having new power resources. I hope it'll be all up and running quite soon, but I don't see why it shouldn't. I mean, they're all getting their stuff now, and yeah, feel free to drop me a comment down below. I hope you're not too sad that we just set up only another generator since we came back up, but it had to be done. There were some really interesting things discovered with problematics here, so I don't mind. I hope you don't mind either. And feel free to support my video with a like, a share with your friends, or even a subscription to my channel if you want to really make my day. Whatever might be the case, I hope you come back for the next episode when we're going to expand into slurry. Promise, really. I'm there. I don't know what should be happening next apart from producing that stuff. And yeah, we're really now I'm quite happy that I'm now at this spot here, because now I have a lot of power going on for myself. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye, friends.